Opacities within IMVU are pretty interesting and allow you to get very nice shapes out of very simple pieces of geometry. Opacities work with the notion of black and white information. Black meaning 0, white meaning 1 in regards to visibility. So if you have an opacity map with black in it, those areas will be transparent, and the areas that have white will be visible, and depending on the use of your blending modes, you'll be able to have variations in between. So let's go ahead and take a look at opacities a little bit in depth within IMVU. So in this case, you can see that we have 3 sets of objects, or 3 sets of grids. This set over here, they're opaque, and they have this gradient on them. This set over here, they look like they're white, and they also have the same gradient on it, but with blending mode additive turned on. And this one is just a regular textured plane. So the first bit of information that we're going to look at is the fact that here these are just plain old grids. And if we look at the material for them, there is no opacity on them. So in order to get interesting shapes out of this, we're going to want to have access to opacities to this. So I'm going to go ahead and change the material to something that has an opacity. So now you can see we have 2 channels. We have diffuse and opacity channel. And like I mentioned before, any area that is black is going to be invisible to the viewer, and whatever area is white will be visible. So in this case, the areas that are white down here, since that will be visible and this is our diffuse color, whatever's in white will be black, if that makes any sense. We're going to go ahead and hit apply, and now you can see that we have a cutout, and those boring planes now have an interesting pattern. So if I went ahead here and changed this to a different color, just so that this would make a little more sense. Let's see, I can pick this texture. So now we have this texture here, and if we go back to the opacity again, whatever is white will be visible of this texture. Okay, so we're running into an issue here with the fact that our texture maps, they don't have the same proportions or same dimensions here. So you can see I have a 256 by 256 picture and a 32 by 64 picture, and since they are not the same, IMVU is angry at us. That's something we can look into more later with the area with problems within the previewer videos, but in order to fix this, I need to make sure that this has the same resolution as this. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up in here. I'm just going to make a new picture. I'm just going to go image size, and I believe it was 32 by 64 by 64. We'll go ahead and hit OK. I'm going to go and confirm if that's the case. 32 by 64, sweet. So I'm just going to go save as, file, save as, and let's make it small, or just name it small. We'll go JPEG, and that's fine. Computer, K drive, IMVU tutorials, files, materials, blending. Sweet. So 2 shading, pick, and then we'll go small. Cool. So with that, now we should be able to get this to work. Sorry about that. Boom. And 2 shading small, open. So we're going to go ahead and hit apply. And then now you can see that we get that cutout effect. And you can see, hopefully you can notice that we're able to see all the way through, and we can see all the objects within it. Now the problem with just using a plain opacity without blending is the fact that you can only use black and white values. So if I went ahead and let's change this image back to the toon one, toon shading pick, we'll open that up, and then we go to our opacity. Let's grab our gradient for an opacity. So in theory, whatever is black will be invisible, and as we go up, the grays will be transparent, and then the white will be totally opaque. And we hit apply, and the issue is Um, with no blending turned on, IMVU is only going to look at black and white information. So at 0.5, so from 0 to 0.5, that's going to be invisible. And then from 0.51 all the way up to 1, which is white, that's going to be visible. So it's really just an on-on Boolean type of